What's going on, everyone? It's Marsellis back with another video. We got to go over baby doge today. We're just going to do a short little technical analysis and go over some other stuff with baby doge. So definitely go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe. Leave a comment in the comment section. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. Check out the link in the description for my other channel, Marsellis Travels, if you want to see my travels out here in Brazil. And without further ado, let's get straight to it. So let's talk about this. As you can see right here, earlier on in the day, you can see we actually bounced off the resistance back here. But before we go over that, look at this. Baby doge down 3.9% for the last 24 hours. So it's not too bad, compared to some other things. Over here, Bitcoin down 2.7% in the last 24 hours. And, everything else is kind of still down a little bit, but it's not the huge crash that we were seeing earlier on in the week. We're seeing much smaller declines in the price, but ultimately overall, it's still declining, and we still have Bitcoin at 16.8K. So we're still on the decline. So let's talk about what exactly we have to do in order to get back on the incline and continue to rise in the crypto market. So like I was saying earlier, as you can see here earlier on in the day, we actually bounced off this resistance twice, once right here and then a second time right here. So that resistance that we bounced off twice was at 1170. We bounced off that area twice. That's 8Z1170. And as you can see, we've pulled back since then. And actually, if you look all the way back here, where did we land back on the 9th? We landed all the way back down here on baby doge at 9Z9. So we're still looking for that 9Z9 as our support. So if we continue on this path and we cannot break past this resistance, 9Z9 is what we will be seeing next. So it definitely looks like we're about to head right back down to where we were before. And I'm not opposed to that at all. It's actually a good thing for us because it's a huge buying opportunity for the people who are actually bullish with the baby doge for the long term. And me personally, I'm bullish for the long term. So even if it pulls back, I'm happy about that, and I'll definitely still be around. Now, if it is able to get past this resistance of 1170, then what we will see is for baby doge to go all the way back up here to this next level. That next level is all the way at 1250. So we're going to be looking at a 1250 resistance if we can actually get past 1170. And then if we can get past that 1250 from there, the next area for us to get past would be all the way up here around 1300. So that's what we got to watch out here for baby doge, this 1300 after 1250. Now, it doesn't mean that we're just going to get above 1250. I'm just saying if we are able to become bullish, then 1250 is what we're looking at. That's if we're able to get up there. But me personally, I think we're going to get rejected again. Even if we do get back above here, there's still going to be a pullback, and I still believe that it's going to continue to go down from there. And remember, that's just what I believe personally. None of it's financial advice at all. I just believe that's what's going to happen. Now, if it does pull back, like I was saying earlier, it's probably not going to pull back too hard. Back down to 9Z9 is pretty much where we're going. Remember, we were way back here at 9Z9, all the way back here, and this was back inside of September, actually the 17th of May, and we were around 9Z9. So after that, like I was saying in the other video, 9Z7 will be after 9Z9. So we're still looking at the same levels here. It doesn't look like we're about to become bullish out of nowhere. It still looks like we're inside of bearish territory here for baby doge. So we still have all that to worry about. And then on top of that, you also want to look at the resistance levels. Even if we are to get past 1250, we still have, like I was saying earlier, 1300. And then we have the 1400 resistance. And then we have, again, all the way up here, 1600 resistance. So there's all these different resistance levels. It's going to be really hard for baby doge to just break past the whole crypto market. So what I'm really looking at right now is baby doge, following the crypto market and following this downtrend. If Bitcoin is going to continue to become bearish, so if Bitcoin is going to continue to go down, then what we're going to end up seeing is baby doge doing the same thing, unless we start rolling out stuff like our utilities, getting listed on major exchanges and stuff like that. If we don't start, releasing the debit card and all the other stuff that we're trying to come out with, then you're going to see it follow this price, the price action of Bitcoin. So we're probably going to continue to see this going down even more and even further, which is going to be a good thing for the people who are long term. Now, as for Bitcoin, because as we know, everything's really following Bitcoin. We have to really watch Bitcoin. We did go down here, but we didn't go all the way back down to that support. Remember, we already went down to 15.6K back here on the knife, right? So we already went down to 15.6K. But now you can see it kind of started to rise again. It went up to 18.1, stopped at 18.1K, but there's lower activity for institutional investors, dark pools, and large whales. So now that there's lower activity, we're starting to see that it's starting to sell off now. And as you can see over here, we are now below the 17.2K resistance that we have right here. Now, on top of being below that resistance, you also have high activity. That was high selling activity. And you can actually see it here. The second it hit that high activity area, started to sell off. Huge red candlestick started to pop up. And typically, whenever we see high activity and it's red here, indicating supply and demand of less demand, there's less demand for our supply and demand. Whenever it shows that with the high activity also on there as well, it means that we're about to get a lot of selling, just like how we had here. So even if we are to get back up here, we still have the high activity area, so it's probably still going to be some high selling activity there. And then on top of that, the oscillator is also telling us something else. The oscillator is telling us that we have selling, and it's telling us that a bearish movement is coming in. So you can see the buying is slowing down, meaning these two green waves here are now going on the downtrend. And then you can also see over here, it's showing the bearish signal because the buying is slowing down. And now a red wave is forming, it's going to start forming. So whenever we see that red wave, that's going to be another selling wave, eventually bringing us back down to that 15K area, 15.8K really. It's not going to go all the way down to 15K flat, but still it's going to go down to like 15.8K. Now, there is moderate activity in this area. So if we do go all the way down here to the 15.8K area, we're probably more than likely going to see it bounce back up and then get back above there, because remember, we still have moderate activity in this area. So we're probably still going to end up seeing, pretty much purchasing coming back after we sell off. Now, if we want to look at the 4-hour chart, we have to look at that as well. So looking at the 4-hour chart, we're still coming off this overbought area, but we're really at the peak of that overbought area, which means selling is now going to come down, just like how we are now going to start going down. So we're going to start getting more selling, just like how we're looking at the 15-minute chart. It was showing that we're now having a bearish signal because the buying slowing down and the selling's coming in. Now, when you look over here at the 4-hour chart, it's showing that we are in fact overbought. What happened when we were overbought back here? Well, we had overselling right after. You can actually see it right back here. We were overbought in this area, too much buying happened, and then we started to oversell. It went from about 19K all the way up here to the top side of 21K. Too much buying all in one time, all at one period. So then what happened was we had the overselling that had to come right after that. It's the same thing that's forming up now. We had all this random buying here just because, it was a good buying opportunity for people. And then now you have to think about it like this. The whales that bought in are now going to start selling out up here where they already started to sell. Because remember, as the whales start buying here at the bottom, no more retail traders start buying all in these areas and they start accumulating. And then that's when the whales go ahead and sell once enough people have accumulated and enough money has flowed into the market, because now that money is then flowing into their pockets as they start to sell on you. So as they start to sell, what we're looking at now, again, 16K, the flat area of 16K or 15.8K. That's what we're looking at now for the support for Bitcoin. We already hit 15.8K before, but we're about to hit it again if we continue on this path. So we're still going to go down there. And I still believe that we're going to hit the on this 1 week chart. I still believe we're going to go all the way down to 10K Bitcoin. 10K Bitcoin is not out the window. I still believe the 10K Bitcoin is happening. We have not hit that support that we were once at all the way back here in October of 2020. And we have not hit that again since October 2020. So that's what we're waiting for now. And this area down here is 10K to 14K. So that is what we're looking at now for Bitcoin. But anyways, moving on from that, as you can see, we are still getting new holders every single day, even though the prices are going down, even though all the selling is happening, people are still buying in. So now we have 1,636,034 holders. That's pretty good. Yesterday we had 1,635,000 holders. So we're getting a good amount of holders inside of Baby Doge overnight. And then on top of all that, this is my farming journey here in Baby Doge. I have 5.7 billion Baby Doge farmed so far inside of 2 weeks. And it's probably nearing 2.5 weeks soon. But still, that's $6.53 with only $89 that I put in there. Now you got to think about it. If I would have put $890, that would be $65. If I put $8,900, that would be $653. So you see how much money you can really make just from farming here. And 5.7 billion Baby Doge, that's pretty good. And also when you consider it, where that's going to be at about 61, and when the prices increase, that's going to be worth a lot of money. Well, I would say it's going to be worth like 600 something at 61. But see, then if I put in even more, then you got to think about it. If I put in 8,900 and that was $653, Then at 61, you got to think about it like that. Where would that bring me? That would probably bring me closer to like $65,000. So just that's a lot of money just off of awards. And that would be off of $8,900, of course. And then that $8,900 itself would then be, I don't know, like 100,000 something dollars, like 100,000, yeah, something like that, 180,000. But also you want to look down here at all these other pools here for the farming. There is one right here that they've deemed as a possible scam, and it's this one right here that says we have reason to believe this project may be a scam. Do your own research. Earn Smurf. As you can see, it's saying the total liquidity is a number that's not even existent. There's not even this much money inside the whole total GDP of the whole entire world. So if you look at the whole global economy, this much money does not exist. So that's definitely a red flag. So yeah, I would definitely say I would appreciate if a Baby Doge swap could monitor some of these. Like, I don't even mess with the public ones. I'm going to be completely honest, and I would say it's probably best if you don't mess with the public ones either. But like I said, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. But look, there's just random stuff like cock dollar sign. Like, come on now, we don't need to be putting money inside of this stuff. Like, none of this is financial advice at all. I'm not a financial advisor, but just look at this. Like, there's so many random ones up here that just get thrown up here by the public. And yeah, I'm not putting any money inside any of these at all. And yeah, there's just so many different random ones here that people have just been throwing in. Now, what I will say is the KYC ones are the ones that I would be looking more towards, and the cores, especially the cores. Now, the KYC says over here, KYC to pools and farms do not have a 10% transaction fee of Baby Doge, which is all good, but it's still, if you're going to do a KYC one, do it with a project that already has like a solid fan base, like a solid user base. Like Grove Token, I would say it's pretty solid. Not financial advice again, but I would say, in my personal opinion, Grove Token is pretty solid. That's why it has $149,000 in liquidity, because people also are looking at it as the same, pretty solid. Inu, I don't know much about it, so I wouldn't touch it because I don't know much about it. But now, when you look at here, the Wateen, I see Wateen swap, they're starting to grow inside the DeFi space. But me personally, I'm looking all the way up from here to the top. I'm looking at the ETH to BNB pair here for Baby Doge, earning Baby Doge, ETH to BNB, because all these you're gonna earn Baby Doge inside of all of these. You're not earning some random token. You're earning Baby Doge in all these. When you're looking down at these ones, you're earning the coins that they're giving and offering. So, for instance, you're earning Grove Token for staking Grove to BNB. Grove Token, I think it's pretty solid, so I'll probably end up maybe doing that in the future. But like I said, no financial advice there. But also, you also got to look at this. If you're going to stake Wateen to BNB, you're going to earn Wateen for that. If you're going to stake ETH to BNB, that pair, then you're going to earn Baby Doge for that. So that's why I like these ones, because you actually get to earn Baby Doge. And I'm pretty confident inside of the growth of Baby Doge, in my personal opinion. But like I was saying, this one here, I'm probably going to be looking at it. I just don't like the fact of using ETH because, there's just too many fees in ETH. But still, it's not going to be ETH. It's pretty much Binance that we're going to be doing all on here. But what I would also say, this one right here, the USDT to BUSD seems kind of solid. And yeah, that's pretty much what I'm looking at here. Also with DeFi Llama, we're seeing that we're now at rank 160. So we're getting back up there. We're up 6.18 or 6.19% recently here inside DeFi Llama. Now we have $26.83 million in total value locked now. So we're trying to get back up to that 30 million, rank 160. And we're way above SHIB. SHIB is all the way down here at 20.37 million. So we're still above SHIB in every regard. But anyways, this is pretty much all I got for you all today. Definitely hit the like button and subscribe. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. Leave a comment in the comment section, and definitely check out my other channel, Marsellis Travels, link in the description, and go ahead and pre-save my album. It comes out on January 1st. So definitely check that out. And as always, I'll be back with another video.